with daily use.
K. Blanton Plumbing. Make a good call.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhealth.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
Well, you could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Mokena Village Board meeting. We already had an executive session, so we did a Pledge of Allegiance and roll call already, so we're going to continue with our agenda. So Discover Mokena, Clerk Martini.
Okay, the community calendar for May 2025. May 15th is the Planning Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals meeting beginning at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. May 16th is the Mokena Park District's Daddy-Daughter Ball at the Oaks Recreation and Fitness Center. It's from 7 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. at 10847 LaPorte Road. For pre-registration and fee required. For more information and to register, you can visit www.mokenapark.com or call 708-390-2401. May 16th through the 18th, the Mokena Chamber of Commerce's Front Street Fest is in downtown Mokena. It's 3 days of bands and fun under the tent in the Metro parking lot. Tickets and more information at www.mokena.com. May 19th, the Mokena Fire Department's free senior luncheon at 10:30 a.m. at 19853 Wolf Road. For more information and or to register online at www.mokenafire.org or at station number 1. May 19th, the Village Board work session is at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. May 20th is a recycle day. May 21st is the Village of Mokena's Food Trucks on Front. It's from 4 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. on Front Street in downtown Mokena. For more information, visit www.mokena.org or call 708-479-3900. May 26th, the Mokena VFW Post 725 Memorial Day Remembrance. Events begin at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Pioneer Cemetery, weather permitting. In case of inclement weather, the ceremony will be held at the VFW located at 19852 Wolf Road. For more information, you can look at www.mokena.org. On May 26th, the Village Hall will be closed for Memorial Day holiday. Normal business hours resume on Tuesday, May 27th. May 27th, the Village Board of Trustee meeting is at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. And May 28th is the refuse pickup for Mokena residents. Will be on Wednesday, May 28th due to the Memorial Day holiday.
Thank you, Clerk Martini.
You're welcome.
Next item is public comments. Anyone have any public comments? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to consent agenda. John Tomasoski?
Thank you, Mayor. There are 4 items on the consent agenda this evening. They are as follows. First item is a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-0-002, correcting a Scrivener's error to section 9-8-3-1 and 9-14-7 of the Village of Mokena Code of Ordinances, and authorize the village president and village clerk to execute same. Second item is a motion to approve the minutes from the April 14th, 2025 board meeting. Third item, motion to approve the minutes from the April 21st, 2025 special board meeting and work session. Final item is motion to approve the minutes from the April 28th, 2025 board meeting and work session.
Thank you, John. Motion, please.
Move to approve consent agenda items 7A, B, C, and D as depicted in the May 2025 request for board action prepared by the village administrator.
Second.
We have a motion, probably second. Clerk?
Trustee Engler?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Aye.
Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Okay, next item will be finance report. Mr. Tomasoski?
Thank you, Mayor. Before the board this evening are accounts payable for May totaling $1,440,569.43. I'd like to highlight one bill in particular, and that's $143,181.57 to PT Farrell Construction Company for our fiscal year 25 street improvements, obviously part of that payment.
Thank you, Mr. Tomasoski. Motion, please.
Move to approve the monthly accounts payable in the amount of $1,440,569.43.
Second.
We have a motion, probably second. Clerk Martini?
Trustee Engler?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Aye.
Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, our next item is appointments and proclamations presentations. We have the Motorcycle Awareness Month proclamation. Clerk Martini?
Okay. Village of Mokena proclamation for Motorcycle Awareness Month. Whereas safety remains paramount on the streets and highways of our village, and whereas motorcycles remain a primary and efficient mode of transportation, reducing fuel consumption, mitigating road wear, and alleviating traffic and parking congestion. And whereas it is imperative for the citizens of our village to acknowledge motorcycles on the roadways and appreciate the significance of motorcycle safety. And whereas a brotherhood aimed towards education of Illinois steadfastly champions motorcycle safety, education, and awareness within high school drivers education program and across our village, delivering motorcycle awareness programs to over 120,000 participants in Illinois over the past 9 years. And whereas all motorcyclists have the opportunity to join ABATE of Illinois, Inc., in actively advocating for the safe operation of motorcycles while also promoting motorcycle education, awareness, and respect among the citizens of our village. And whereas it is incumbent upon all roadway users to foster the safe sharing of roadways within the Village of Mokena and throughout the state of Illinois. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, George J. Matanius, Village President of the Village of Mokena, Will County, Illinois, hereby extend this proclamation to a brotherhood aimed towards education on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all citizens. We recognize their continued success as a leader in promoting motorcycle safety and education, and hereby proclaim the month of May as Motorcycle Awareness Month. Proclaim this 12th day of May, 2025.
Thank you, Clerk Martini. Is anybody here for that?
Hi, my name is Frank Lebuzik. I'm the president of South Suburban Debate, and we really appreciate the village participating with us on this for the safety that we're trying to push in our high schools and other programs for the awareness of motorcycling. It's growing, and we're trying to participate and make everything better. And we have different villages in Cook County, Will County. Everybody's participating. And what I had to say, you've already said, and I appreciate it. And once again, I'd like to thank the Village of Mokena for making this the Awareness Month and participating also with us. Thank you very much.
Don't go away, I'll be right down.
Get out and ride.
I won't go.
Of the village as proclamation, and we'll present this to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anybody want to take a picture?
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Okay. Our next proclamation is proclamation of National Public Work Employees Week. Clerk Martini.
Okay. Village of Mokena proclamation for National Public Works Week. Whereas public work professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to the public health, safety, and high quality of life of the residents of the Village of Mokena. And whereas the infrastructure, facilities, and services provided by the Village of Mokena could not exist without the dedication, efforts of public works professionals who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting the village transportation network, water supply and treatment systems, public buildings, and other essential structures. And whereas the American Public Works Association has announced the theme for the 2025 National Public Works Week as People, Purpose, and Presence, which emphasizes meeting the needs of people gives public works its sense of purpose, and that public works professionals are ever present, working behind the scenes to make communities safer, more vibrant, and a better place to live. And whereas public work employees serve as first responders, responding to water main breaks and to make roads and sidewalks passable after severe weather events, demonstrating their consistent presence and commitment to public service. And whereas the Mokena Public Work employees of the wastewater treatment plant have diligently maintained uninterrupted operations, showing their commitment to efficiency and environmental stewardship. And whereas the Mokena Public Work employees of the Water Department continue to manage the Village Lake Michigan Water Service, ensuring a dependable supply of fresh water for residents, while swiftly responding to water main breaks and overseeing the backup well system. And whereas the Mokena Public Works employees of the Street Department plow snow from roadways during winter storms, and maintain parkways and public properties and prepare for community events that enhance civic pride and public enjoyment. And whereas all public works staff participate in ongoing training and maintain specialized license and certifications required by state agencies to operate and manage the village's critical infrastructure and services. And whereas 2025 marks the 65th Annual National Public Works Week sponsored by the American Public Works Association, recognizing invaluable contributions of public works professionals who exemplify the values of people, purpose, and presence. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, George J. Matanius, Village President, Village Board Trustees, and the Village Board of Trustees of the Village of Mokena do hereby proclaim the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025 as Public Works Week in the Village of Mokena, and to urge all citizens to recognize and honor the vital contributions of the village public works professional in advancing the quality of life for all. Proclaimed this 12th day of May, 2025.
Thank you, Clerk Martini. I think we should give Clerk a hand. Actually, Dana, you get this? I'd like to get all the public works up here so we can take a picture, if that's okay, if you guys can come up.
That's why they're all here.
Hold that in. Jamie. Oh, you stay here? Come on. Yeah. We can stay here. I'm gonna have to stay because I'm not sure in front of Jamie. That's fine. No.
You need a box? Alright, I'll go stand over here. Right in front of you.
I'm rearranging furniture.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Jamie now. It's okay.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. I'll be like head on George's shoulder.
There we go. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot. Have a big day.
Looking down and seeing like stars.
Okay, next we have appointment of Patrick Sweeney of street supervisor position. Dan?
Thank you, Mayor, Board. The Village currently has an opening for the position of street supervisor following the promotion of Jamie Smith to the position of Assistant Public Works Director. This position is a union position that is a skilled position providing work and supervisory management of personnel. It involves the supervision of employees performing a variety of work. Some of that was just mentioned in the proclamation, so thank you. And care and upkeep of streets, as water lines, maintenance of buildings, and the parking facilities. There were 4 internal candidates that applied for this position, and through the course of the interview process, it was determined that Mr. Sweeney has the training and experience, and that was be the best candidate to fill this position. Mr. Sweeney has worked for the village since 2013, serving in his current role as maintenance worker in Level 2 since 2022. Mr. Sweeney possesses a CDL license and will be this as a supervisor in this role. Assistant Public Works Director Jamie Smith and I are confident Mr. Sweeney possesses all the skills necessary to perform the tasks and will be an immediate asset to our operations in filling this position. Staff is therefore recommending that the board consider approving the appointment recommendation for Mr. Sweeney to the position of street supervisor for the Public Works Department. Mr. Sweeney is in.
Mr. Sweeney, would you like to say a couple words?
Sure. I had a big speech planned.
Hold on 1 second.
To make it official.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
That's so fast.
Now I gotta say
Move to approve the appointment of Patrick Sweeney to the position of street supervisor as the starting step for that position pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement between the Village of Mokena and the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 150, Public Employees Division, July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2026, effective May 13th, 2025.
Second.
We got a motion, probably second. Clerk?
Trustee Engler? Aye. Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Abstain.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Okay, you made it.
Say thank you to everybody, especially Jamie Smith, Danny Pilkey, John, the board, everybody, the guys we work with, awesome guys. I look forward to the next opportunity we have here and making Mokena a little bit better. So, thank you. Put it on.
I recognize you with your new haircut.
I had one with Matt.
Okay. Well, thank you, Pat. Next proclamation, appointment is for Matthew Collin to Streets and Building Superintendent position. Dan?
Thank you, Mayor. Village also has a position open for Streets and Buildings and Grounds Superintendent. This position became open with the retirement of Mr. Rob Scholes earlier in this year. The position is responsible, it's a non-union position for supervising and coordinating the operations of the Streets, Buildings, and Grounds Division, as well as the vehicle maintenance. Some of the core responsibilities include the oversight of the snow removal street repairs, the drainage system, and groundskeeping, and a lot of the vehicle maintenance and upkeep functions. Out of the 26 applicants that we had, it was identified that Mr. Matthew Cullen was the best candidate for the position. Mr. Cullen has been employed with the village since 2000 and currently serves as the village's arborist, a position he has held since 2023. Over the course of his tenure, he's held several different positions of increasing responsibility, including serving as a village mechanic. He is a licensed arborist and holds a valid CDL as well. Assistant Director Jamie Smith and I are confident that Mr. Cullen possesses all the skills and experience necessary to perform these and will be an immediate contributor to our department and our operations. Staff therefore recommends that the board consider the appointment recommendation for Mr. Cullen to the position of Buildings and Grounds Superintendent for the Public Works Department.
Thank you, Director. Motion, please.
Move to approve Mr. Matthew Cullen to the position of Streets and Buildings and Ground Superintendent in the Public Works Department for the Village of Mokena at an annual salary of grade 18, step 12A, based on the July 1st, 2025 salary rate effective May 13th, 2025.
Second.
We had a motion, probably second. Clerk Martini?
Trustee Engler?
Aye.
Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Abstain.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Motion passed. A few words?
Yeah, just grateful for the faith and support of not only the guys at the garage, but admin staff and the elected officials. So, thank you very much. Excited to get started.
Well, we have one more appointment, and that's to Timothy Burschers to Utility Superintendent position. Mr. Peloton?
Thank you. The third position that we're considering tonight is a position of Utility Superintendent within the Public Works Division. This role will be responsible for overseeing the daily operations, maintenance, and regulatory compliance for both the Mokena wastewater treatment facility as well as the water network. The position requires leadership skills, technical expertise, and the ability to manage these teams of employees through those positions. The position is responsible for managing all of the operations at both the wastewater facility and the wastewater collection system, as well as the water utility system. Following the application process that yielded 24 initial applicants, it was determined that Mr. Burschers was the best candidate. Mr. Burschers has served as the village's wastewater plant mechanic since October of 2021. In that role, he has demonstrated leadership and operational insight in planning and executing preventative maintenance programs, as well as managing the SCADA systems and several different maintenance and as well as upgrades. Mr. Burschers has worked and obtained both his Illinois IPA wastewater operator's license as well as his water operator license. He brings over a decade of combined experience in mechanical operations from both the public and the private sector. And his background also includes supervisory roles in industrial settings with experience in programming and SCADA equipment management. Assistant Public Works Director Jamie Smith and I both feel that Mr. Burschers possesses the technical skills needed as well as all the knowledge to excel in this role and will be an immediate benefit to both our operations and the whole Public Works Department as a whole. Therefore, we are recommending his approval at this position for consideration at the board at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Peloton. Motion, please.
Move to appoint Mr. Tim Burschers to the position of Utility Superintendent in the Public Works Department for the Village of Mokena at an annual salary grade of grade 18, step 14, based on the July 1st, 2025 salary rate effective May 13th, 2025.
Second.
We have a motion, probably second. Clerk Martini?
Trustee Engler?
Aye.
Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Abstain.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Motion passed.
to express my gratitude to John, Dan, Jamie, and the entire board for giving me the opportunity to advance my career within the village of Mokena. I also want to thank my coworkers, my family, just for the support and the guidance throughout the years. And yeah, you guys always show up and show out, so I look forward to this transition into my new role, and just to continue to provide the community with excellent service and safe water. Thank you.
Take a moment and each one at a time come up with your families. I'll come down there and take a picture. Coming behind us?
Don't stand up here.
Bring your family up here. Come on. You know you have to take some pictures since you're up there. No, you can stay there. I'll just be here as long as I'm not in front of behind him.
I think we were supposed to be having a speakers, but that sounds not good. So
you know what? He's too tall. No, him. He came to sit next to me in purpose. Who told him to do that, Josh? I knew it was you. That's strong. Hey, good move.
You guys stay together.
right.
Go to the side.
Is that a prom picture? Come on.
There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Matt. Good job, Matt. Congratulations. Just keep him on the side. Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Congrats. Congrats.
You guys don't have to leave.
Bye, guys. Congrats again. Thank you.
Congrats. That's good.
Well, you're sitting there.
Nick, that's a good move there.
It would have been better if you were like with your eyes.
If I had Nick and Jamie on both sides, we'd do it. Okay, let's move on. Next agenda would be old business. Fred Hawes, Mr. Brad Camp.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Board. We do have a couple items on the agenda this evening for final action. First being special use permit request for a fit house located at 11255 Everett Lane, Suite C. The background is that this is a boutique wellness and fitness studio, and they're requesting to have a special use permit in regards to their commercial indoor recreational use in the I-1 Limited Industrial District. Land use and zoning, I-1, surrounded for the most part by I-1 with the exception of to the east. That white parcel is unincorporated at the moment. And here is the business plan for the boutique wellness and fitness studio. It includes group classes, personal training, infrared saunas, and cold plunges. This is a layout for the building. The office, the sauna, the different locations for the cold plunges are shown in this layout. The site is currently an existing facility, and it has other uses in the building. Those other uses include medical, salon, general office. There are currently 58 parking stalls provided on the site. The total required based on the current uses and this proposed use is 41. So there are adequate parking stalls provided based on the current code. The overall unit size is 2,904 square feet for the Fit House request this evening. Hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 5. Typically, the applicant has indicated there would be 10 or fewer participants per class, and that the classes would be staggered to have a 15-minute gap between. So the parking allows for parking folks to leave and then enter, and so we do not have the potential to have doubled up and have inadequate parking on the site. Village Board has seen this at a concept on March 10th, and that was the evening that the proposal moved through to the Plan Commission. Plan Commission recommended on April 17th that this come back to Village Board work session. April 28th, Village Board work session, the last work session that we had here at the community, was the prior step. And this evening, the action would be to consider this for a final approval. And with that, I would turn it back over to the mayor and the board.
Thank you, Mr. Ken. Motion, please.
Move to approve ordinance number 2025-0-003, granting a special use permit for commercial indoor recreation on the property located at 19255 Everett Lane, Suite C, based on the terms and conditions therein stated, and to authorize village president and village clerk to execute same.
Second.
We have a motion and probably second. Any questions from the board? Nope. Clerk Martini?
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Trustee Bailey.
Aye.
Trustee Clancy.
Aye.
Trustee Germany.
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert.
Aye.
Motion passed. Next on there, we have Illinois Impact Wrestling. Brent Cannigan.
Thank you, Mayor. As you mentioned, we do have another applicant this evening. Special use permit request, very similar to the prior request. This is the final board action meeting this evening. The location is 9614 West 194th Street. This is for a youth wrestling facility, and the special use permit is for commercial indoor recreation in an I-1. This particular building is an interesting building. It has combined uses, and so there is a portion that is commercial and there is a portion that is industrial. And this just happens to be, the user happens to be looking to use have the commercial use and a portion of the industrial. So that's where the special use permit request comes from. Business plan, this is classes are 90 to 120 minutes. This is for youth training and high school wrestlers, 20 to 25 students per class. Monday through Friday, the anticipation is that there will be one class per evening. Sundays, 12 to 2, and additional hours for private lessons. Parking is one of the items that was considered as part of this development request. Currently, this is just an open area, open space. The applicant has agreed to put in parking stalls as per the village's request. You can see this week we've been working, I should say last week, we were working with the applicant, and we have a plan in place for the applicant to get the parking in and striped. And again, that would provide the adequate parking that is required by this use in this facility. Came through on March 10th was the village board concept. March 17th, planning commission recommendation. The recommendation was moved forward with the caveat that no tournaments were to be held at this location, which the applicant agreed to, and that the parking lot striping would be completed prior to final approval and occupancy, which again the applicant has agreed to as well. Village board work session, April 28th. This was presented to the village board at a work session, and this evening it is back for board action. I'll turn it back over to the mayor and the board for consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Can. The applicant's here. Do you have anything to add? Or you're okay?
No, sir.
Okay. Motion, please.
Move to approve ordinance number 2025-0-004, granting a special use permit for commercial indoor recreation at the property located at 9614 West 194th Place, pursuant to the terms and conditions therein stated, and to authorize village president and village clerk to execute same.
Second.
We have a motion, probably second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Engler? Aye. Trustee Fedora?
Aye.
Trustee Bailey?
Aye.
Trustee Clancy?
Aye.
Trustee Germany?
Aye.
And Trustee Gilbert?
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. We have village administrator comments. Mr. Tomasowski.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Can lead us off this evening.
Thank you, John. New businesses for May, we have quite a number of new businesses and or new owners. So I know, for instance, Overwise Dairy, we've had them in the community for a number of years. It is a new owner, so we wanted to include a business such as that. Frank Shrimp and Chicken is in a similar situation, new owner. Transportation Communications Union, they are a new location. So again, I just want to point out that understood that they are not new to the community, and just wanted to touch base on the new ownership and the new locations. There are a number of businesses that are new to the community. RTW, Outpatient Psychiatric Therapy, GMD Surfaces, Marble and Granite, they do countertop services. Theirs was a business expansion, so they've been in the community as well. North American Safety Products, they do safety gates, and that was a new location. Robert Jansen, David Perrin, storage of vehicles and building materials, this is a new business. Overwise Dairy, ice cream and dairy treats, that's a new owner. Avocado Theory, new business here in the community, business office and food prep. Transportation Communications Union, meeting space, this is a new location. Frank Shrimp and Chicken, new owner, restaurant. Umbrella Property Services, new business, general office. Impact Wrestling that we just had an approval for. Want to welcome them to the community. Wrestling and Fitness. And then Mobile Modular Portable Storage at 8300 191st Street. Modular classroom storage, new business. So in addition to all of these businesses, we constantly have new businesses that are applying, that are looking to come to the community. So we're excited to see these businesses as well as those coming forward in the near future. Would like to encourage everybody, as always, to get out and shop Mokena. This time of year is a lot of great opportunities for improvements to your home, improvements to the outside. Ice cream, always a good treat. So we have a lot of those opportunities. So we'd just like to encourage everybody to continue to shop Mokena, and as we get the new businesses coming into the community, we're excited to share those with everybody out there.
Thank you, Mr. Can. And along here, I know we have our Department of Public Works Week coming up. We'd like to publicly thank and acknowledge our clerk, Clerk Martini, and our deputy clerk, Clerk Cisnarski as well. It's May 4th through May 10th was Clerk's Week, but certainly sometimes we see the work our clerk and deputy clerk do as we do this evening, but there's a lot of tasks here behind the scenes as well that they do an excellent job with, such as codifying our ordinances, the early voting from start to finish, and the work it takes, and various other tasks. So certainly thank you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we'll highlight a little bit more of our public works crew. It was great to have a lot of them here this evening and have some internal promotions, so it worked out well. But do want to thank them for the work that they do at all levels, at our street department, water, sewer, one big team here to get the job done. And really, they do have a lot of dedication, commitment, knowledge, and work effort here for our village. So we're very proud and honored to have a great staff taking care of us. Thank you. Last, but I don't know that I had this one planned, but certainly right around the corner was VFW Memorial Day. So as we normally do, we partner here with our VFW for a celebration with Commander Hogan and his crew. So please join the members of the William Martin VFW Post 725 on May 26th at 10 a.m. for Memorial Day. This year, as traditionally, the ceremony will be held at Pioneer Cemetery if weather permits. Unfortunately, if the weather is not well, the ceremony will shift into the VFW itself. Commander Hogan and his team always do an excellent job, so please come join us if you can. Thank you. Back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Tomasowski. Village trustee comments. We'll start with the trustee.
Okay, I got a few today. The village food trucks last Wednesday, amazing. I'd like to thank all the vendors. Public Works couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. And all the people that came out from everywhere. I mean, you ask around and they're from here, there, and everywhere. When my husband and I moved here over 30 years ago, one of the reasons we moved here was for the schools. Well, this past Thursday, I went to a retirement party, which proves this is why we are here for the schools. There were 9 people that retired with a total years of service of 182 years. Jeez. They were Steve Stein, the superintendent, Mike Rolanitis, the principal of Mokena Junior High, Ann Lewandowski, food service director, Debbie Blank, MES teacher, Heather Esgar, MES teacher, Sharon Horvath, MIS teacher, Stacy Kittler, social worker, MES, Karen McCutcheon, paraprofessional, MES, and Marianne Rankovic, assistant cook at Mokena Junior High. Amazing people. They had a great turnout, and it was just amazing. Now, back to my public service announcements. Please, bicycles, e-scooters, all those things, please be careful. The kids are out on them now, and another thing I noticed this weekend, I live by a local park. When you're leaving or coming to the softball games, leave yourself a little extra time. Please slow down. I see people pulling out of the park, going very fast. There's cars parked all up and down the streets because the parking lots at some of the parks aren't big enough. You can't see the kids. You can't see the other cars. So please be careful out there. And last but not least, happy birthday, former trustee McGinn. Her birthday's today. Happy anniversary to Joan and Annette Sawinski tomorrow, 30 years. And my dear friend and our village clerk, happy birthday on Saturday. And that's all I have. I didn't say it.
Trustee Germany?
Boy, yeah, I'd like to reiterate that. Wow, 100 and how many years?
182 years.
And three of them taught my daughters, which is really, I mean, they're like family. You know, my daughters still talk to them. And District 159 is great.
Amazing.
That's why we moved to Mokena, my wife and I.
Yes, it was amazing.
Just because of District 159 and the community. Melissa, I'm looking forward to this weekend, and Trustee Fedora and her assistant, Marietta Glass, have really worked hard the last couple of weeks. Really worked hard, and it's a lot to put together in a short time. And looking forward to that. And I missed trucks on front. I'll miss the next one, but I'll be at every one after that. Okay. So I have church obligations, so trust me. I like both. With that being said, that's all I've got, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Germany. Trustee Gilbert?
Well, I was gonna welcome Patrick, Matt, and Tim to the. They've already gone.
They'll watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna watch it back. Well, congratulations, guys! Welcome to your new position. I'm excited. Mr. Can showing us all those new businesses. I want to pop in on some of those, and if I can put my own public service announcement. My brother was a Will County Sheriff for quite a few years, and recently left the position just because police have a lot that they're dealing with. So if you just see a police officer, just maybe thank them or wave to them or smile at them, because they would really appreciate that.
Thank you. Trustee Clancy.
Yeah, I'm just really encouraged and excited about the state of our village, man. We got some really talented people, some new businesses coming into town. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future. It's just really exciting times.
Thank you. Trustee Bailey?
Welcome to all the new businesses. Thank you to everyone in Public Works and the dedication you guys have to our town. And I would also just echo Trustee Engler's comments on safety. Kids are flying around. Those e-bikes are like motorcycles, except they're riding them in the grass on the sidewalks and not paying attention. So if you're out and about, just keep your head up a little bit more. That's all I got, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Fedora.
Thank you. Congratulations to Mr. Sweeney, Mr. Cullen, Mr. Bershers. Just that I'm an abstain vote doesn't mean they don't have my full support, and they've been wonderful here. And looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend. The weather's looking great for our first ever Front Street Fest, so come on out and be part of history, and you can say you were at the first one.
Thank you, Trustee Fedora. Clerk's
I'll
comments.
pass for tonight.
You're first. Good pass. Okay, just everybody pretty much stole my thunder on everything, but I also want to congratulate Pat, Matt, and Tim. It's nice to be able to promote within, that we have the talent to do that. So I think it says a lot to our town, a lot to our public works, a lot to our supervisors for training these people to be able to move up. Front Street Fest coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sounds like a lot of fun. It's the first one, so I know I'll be there. Hopefully everybody shows up and enjoy. The weather should be decent. Food trucks on Wednesday. It was packed. Trustee Engler, great job. And it's nice, the weather's changing a little bit. It's getting nicer if we want to get out. We have things to do. Food trucks. We got the Front Street Fest. Park has things to do. So come on out, enjoy the time and the weather in Mokena. So with that, I will call for an adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Everybody.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We're adjourned.